everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Louise and today we are doing an unboxing and I'm going to be testing out one of our brand new kits. This week I know I've got a box come in that is full of kits, full of accessories, so I'll show you all of the new bits and then I'm going to choose one of the new kits to test out and let you know what I think at the end of this video and whether I would recommend the kits or not. I will give you my honest opinion, and these cross-stitch kits are small and they're cheap, so I will show you how I make my kit in the rest of this video, so stay tuned to the end to find out what it looks like. I will also be giving you some cross stitch for beginners tips. If you've never tried counted cross stitch, or you do and you just want to know a couple of my hacks, stay tuned and I'll be including those as I go along. As always, if you enjoy our content, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell. Click the notification bell and you'll be one of the first people to find out when we post a new video every week. There are some amazingly exciting things coming up over the next couple of weeks that I can't tell you about yet, but I know you're not going to want to miss them. So stay tuned and they'll be coming soon. Okay, let's get the box. I'll show you the new things we've got that arrived and then I'll show you which one I'm going to be road testing. Okay, here we go. I have opened the box because there was something I needed in the top of it that was for me, but I haven't had a look at the rest of it. I know there's loads of new kits in here as well, so I know a lot of you guys will be excited. Ooh, because I am. Oh wow, these are cool. Like I didn't order them. I literally ordered them on like Tuesday. It's now Thursday and I'm still excited because I kind of forgot what I'd ordered. So we do loads of Timelapse kits. So at the moment we do the felt ones and I'm pretty sure there's loads of them in the bottom of this box, but I wanted to show you these. I have now got, hang on, let's crinkle before I talk, because I always talk over crinkling. There we go. I decided to give their cross-stitch kits a go. Now, I've been doing cross-stitch since I was 7. I really enjoy it. There's something very therapeutic about the squares and the numbers, and yeah, it just makes me very happy. But I wanted to try some of these kits. Now, like I said, they are small. They're going to be a really good price point. They are going to be really good for cross-stitch kits and really good for gifts or something to keep you busy while you're I don't know, at home or you want something to do. Like I said, I'm going to be testing one of these kits, so let me know in the comments down below which of these kits you would be test driving if you had a pick of any. Can't remember which designs I got, so we'll find out together. So obviously this is the first one. This is the B. They come in packs of 3, so I have 3 of each, which is quite nice because the felt kits come individually. Then I have, oh, the rainbow. Oh, that's cute. That's a strong contender for the one that I'm going to have a practice with. I also got the unicorn. That's cute. That's really cute. Oh, hello. I've got a cat, which is kind of like a floral-y print cat. And an owl. Owls are always super popular whenever we have them in anything, whether it's fabric or kit or felt kits or whatever. So there's these cross-stitch kits which have the alphabet in them, so you don't have to do an A that's on here. You just do the floor around the edge and then you can do any letter in between. I really like that. Keep thinking. Okay, that's it for the cross stitch kits, so I'll have a think which one I want while I go through the rest of this box and then we'll give it a test drive. Okay, so we're back on the Timelapse felt kits. So we have the bee, the rabbit, the dinosaur, the unicorn, the mermaid, the sloth, another unicorn, another dinosaur, robot, an owl, ooh, that nearly dropped, an owl, loads. I got quite a few of these Union Jack ones, so they're like little puffy kind of little cushion Union Jacks. Obviously the Jubilee's coming up and we've already sold out of all of our Jubilee fabric. We've got a little bit of like London themed, but if you want anything red, white and blue, these are great kits for the meantime. Another Union Jack. The gin, this sold out super quick last time we had it, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happens again. We have Poppy brooch. And that's another Union Jack. We have a pineapple. We have a daffodil brooch. Another Union Jack. A llama. And the panda. I think that is it for ones that aren't duplicate. pockets. Oh, and a rainbow. There's always a rainbow, let's face it. Oh, missed the ballerina. They are really, really popular, like I said. They're something like $2.75, $2.90. So as gifts or for you, like, they're a no-brainer. Absolutely okay for kids, but really great for adults as well. There's a few little fiddly bits that, yeah, I think anybody who got one would enjoy it. So we also have these new type of kits. So they are pom-pom kits. We had the Christmas versions of these and they sold out mega quick. So I've got some of the sort of all year round versions. You basically get, like, the flamingo's got a hole in its tummy, I don't think you see. And you basically make the pom-pom on that, so it ends up looking like that. So we have the flamingo, we have the bee, we have the panda, we have the owl, the unicorn, and the fairy. Now, the price point on these is really, really good as well. So again, great for gifts and for keeping you busy. Right, so also in this box we have, these are knitting needles. So we ran out of 4mm knitting needles and they are the most popular size. So we've got some more of those in. Ooh! We've got a box, mystery box. I can't remember what's in it. Well, I don't know what's in it. I can't remember what I ordered. These are, they're not easy to open, that's what they are. Oh, they're cool, they're the scissor kits. So I have been quite short on good pairs of scissors recently. And I found these ones and they're pretty because they're polka dots. But they're really good with a sort of a double set as well. Then, a handle ruler. People have asked me for these quite often, so I thought I'd get one in and see how it is. You put it on your ruler when you're doing quilting and it's just an easier way to hold on to it. So if you find it a little bit tricky using your ruler when you're measuring, this is a really good thing to have a go with and see if it works for you. And then, what is in this? Ooh, let's have a look what's in this bag, because then after that the box is empty. Oh no, except the bill. Ooh, we don't want the bill. So we have stitch holders for if you're doing knitting. Quite often it asks you to, like, hold your stitches. So we've got some of these that are like massive safety pins in 3 different sizes per pack. We have, oh, another rotary cutter because I have run out and they always sell. So I always need to make sure I've got some in. Oh, actually, I got 3. Oh, look at me, money bag. Then we also have stitch markers, so for anybody knitting or crocheting, these are really, really good. They lock like little padlocks, so they won't come off while you're working, and always on brand. They're Sewing Daze colours. Some more darning needles, so the needles you use to sew in the ends of your yarn and crochet projects when you're using wool or yarn. So we've got some more of those because we've been out for a couple of weeks actually, which is pretty bad. We also have, last up in the unboxing part of this video, we have some more darning needles in different sizes, and then we have our normal 50 assorted pack of just hand needles. So they're like your bog standard ones that there's always going to be a needle in there that is good for you. And that is it for the unboxing. So recap of the cross stitch kits that I have to choose between. There's the cat, the letter, the rainbow, the owl, the unicorn, and the bee. And I think I'm going to go with the rainbow. Okay, so here is the kit. It's in a little paper thing here. So we'll open it up and let's see what is inside. Ooh. Okay, so you get your pattern. There we go. Your piece of Aida or Binka or whatever you decide to call it to do it on. And all of your colours. You don't always get the threads on a board with the numbers already on it. When you do kits, sometimes you have to do it yourself. So having these on here is already a bonus. I'm going to go and make a cup of tea and then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to see how I get on. Okay, so I have everything here and there is a needle included in the kit as well. So the only thing I'm going to be using in addition to what came in the bag is a pair of scissors. Okay, so the first thing I do when I'm about to do a cross stitch is, can you see on this pattern there's arrows that go through the middle. When you're starting a cross stitch, you want to find the middle of your pattern and start from there. That way, when you find the middle of your fabric, you don't suddenly start doing it up here and then, you know, it's not central in the middle of this. Particularly if you're going to put it in like a frame or something like that. It's a really good way to make sure. So this pattern actually has a cross directly in the center. I don't know if you can see that, but just for ease, I am going to draw a line all the way through, so I've got a rough idea while I'm doing it of where I am on my pattern. And then I'm going to do the same through this way. Wow, that took way more brain power than it needed to. You can fold it to find the center. So obviously I don't want to draw on my pattern, because then everything that I have that's around what I'm doing will show up after I'm done. So I've just picked any of the colors that we have. So I've actually got the pink, because it's the colour there was most of, but it doesn't really matter. And all of these come stranded. They're 6 strands. Now the pattern will tell you how many strands you're going to be using. Normally it's 2 or 3. This one I've seen says 3. Separate out your 3 strands, and you literally just get 3 and 3 and pull them. And then I'm going to thread my needle. And then I'm going to use this pink as my guideline. So I'm just going to very loosely use it as almost like a tacking thread as a marker, just going in and out all the way through the center both ways. The most important thing is to make sure that you have a cross that does cross in the middle, so when you're starting on your pattern, you know where your first stitch is going to be. So that's all the prep work that I do before I would actually start stitching, and I know there's not very much of it, but it is really key that this is a step that you don't skip. It's a really, really good way of just keeping your markers, and I've been doing this for 25 years at this point. Yeah, oh my god. As if I could be doing anything for 25 years. Being old. But I've been doing cross stitch for 25 years, and I still do it every time I do a project, particularly if I'm doing a big one, but even with a small one like this, it's just better to be safe than sorry. So next, as you can see, our starting colour, the colour that crosses in the middle, is yellow. So we're going to start with this, separate the 3 strands out, and then we're going to start stitching. This isn't a technical way of doing it, but it's always worked for me. You get to a point where you're pulling it and it's like this, and you need to put some tension on this bit to stop it from twizzling, and the only way I've ever found, put it in your mouth. See? It works. Okay, now I always have people ask if I tie knots in the end of my thread, and the answer is no, I don't. So what I do is, to make sure it doesn't come out, when I'm doing my first few stitches, I include the tail of the back of the thread into the back of the stitches so that it keeps it tight. I'll show you what I mean. So as you can see on the pattern, we're going to start with, we'll start with this row here. So if we start from the center and go towards the left, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches going from the center out. So we need to start with 6 stitches on our piece. So you start with the center point and pull it through until you have a little tail on the back, maybe half an inch. So we are right in the center now. So we're going to go diagonally across, obviously, because we want to be making crosses. So I've gone in there and then on the back underneath to there. Rather than now completing that stitch, I'm going to skip over and keep going all the way along, doing just half of my stitch at a time until I've done 6. Also on the back, can you see I am going over the top of my tail to secure it in place. So once we've done our 6 along, we are then going to go back along our line, finishing off all of our stitches. We are now going to carry on with the rest of our pattern, so we'll carry on back along this row, and we did 6 on this side, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this side, and then we'll just keep going all the way through our pattern, doing all of the yellow, until it's time to switch colour. Also, this is my behind the scenes setup, so camera's facing down on his little stand, Netflix is on, tea is ready, and I'm gonna get stitching. In case you're wondering, no, the shop isn't open, and this isn't what I do when the shop is open. The shop is actually closed, and I am here a couple of hours late. Question 2 is I'm watching Interior Design Masters, which I know is available on Netflix, the past series, but the newest ones are on iPlayer, and I haven't seen last night's yet, so I'm going to watch that while I'm doing my stitching. So that's enough time lapses. It is now the next day and I have finished. I am so pleased with it. I followed the pattern pretty much exact, except I changed the location of some of the crosses that go around the outside. I followed their pattern initially, but then there were some here that were a bit random, and the way I had it made it look a bit spaced out. But I'm really, really happy with how it is. Also, I have all of this thread left over. I have absolutely tons. I've definitely got enough to do at least one more, maybe two. So that'll be going into my thread stash. Like, I need more thread. For £3, these kits are brilliant. I know I'm going to say that I want you to buy them, but they genuinely are. I don't stock things in here that I wouldn't 100% back and wouldn't use myself. So these kits for £3 are amazing. It probably took me, if I just sat and done it, probably about 6 or 7 hours. I did it over 10 hours because I was here, we had crafts and laughs, I had a bit of dinner, you know, I took it easy. But this is a very good project that you could pick up and put down, do it over weeks or months or a couple of days, or even in an afternoon like I did. They are brilliant. So all of those kits I 100% recommend, and it's the best £3 that you will spend. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing at the beginning and then the little cross stitch tips along the way. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and you'll be one of the first to find out when we post a new video every week. I actually just had some yarn delivered, so I will be organising and unboxing that in next week's video. Happy crafting. Again, let me know down below which kit you would have chosen to make the sample for, and we will see you next week. Have a good day, guys.